So we're going to have an announcement on that tomorrow, but I think it's really important that people have access to gym and to different exercise.
That expected announcement is one many First Coast gym owners have been waiting for, but at some local gyms there will be some noticeable changes when you walk through the front door again. On Your Side's Robert Bradfield explains what's being done to protect you and others during your next workout.
Very hopeful that we get some positive news.
Like many fitness enthusiasts, Heath Ellenberger is anxious to get back to a regular workout routine.
People are ready to start moving around and becoming active again.
He's an operational partner in 8 First Coast Orangetheories. All locations have been closed for about 8 weeks, meaning roughly 90 employees were furloughed.
Really, at the time, we didn't know how long this was going to last. We were thinking 2 to 3 weeks, and then now, we're almost 2 months.
When Ellenberger reopens, he says there will be some changes, including 6 feet between equipment. Employees will be required to wear masks, and everyone will have their temperature taken before classes.
We're going to take the steps that we need to, that we feel 100% comfortable that we got everything down so we can open and on our end feel responsible that we're doing it in the best way that we can.
And he's not alone. The owner of Body Control Gym in Bartram Springs is taping off 8 by 8 foot spaces, keeping people apart. Ellenberger and his staff recently did a practice run, giving themselves 15 minutes between workouts to wipe down and sanitize the equipment, which he says will be done multiple times a day when he reopens. Robert Bradfield, First Coast News, on your side.